and welcome to
Sestra-Tainment.
I'm Lenora.
And I'm Dee.
And I'm coming to you today with everything
Entertainment.
I couldn't get
that out. It's okay.
Oh my gosh. Woo,
it's a new year.
Twister.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yes. Well, happy New Year to everyone. And happy 201 episode for us. 201. And so I'm actually going to go ahead and start first this week. And this week I am going to start with The Beast in Me. Ooh. Oh, you watched that?
Yeah, I forgot I watched it until you just said it. I forgot all about that. I watched that until you just said it.
Well, interesting. I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay.
So no spoilers, of course. But let me go through the cast and then I'll talk about it. And I'll probably keep it to the beginning part of it.
Yeah, I'll give you a little bit of stuff too. Like not spoilers, but I mean like I'll add in some stuff too.
Okay, sounds wonderful. And so the cast starts with Clara Danes, who plays Aggie Wiggs. And she is kind of the main character along with Matthew. I think he said it's Rhys. I think it's Matthew Rhys. Rhys, right?
Rhys, I think it is.
Yeah, Rhys. And he plays Niles Jarvis. You have his wife is Nina Jarvis, played by Brittany Snow, which she looked different to me. I don't know if she's had some work done or what, but she just looks slightly different to me. You have David Lyons, who plays Brian Abbott, who's like the FBI agent.
I think she may just be getting older because we're used to seeing her like younger. She's playing an older
like her
person.
Face just didn't even look the same to me. Okay. I don't know, but it could just be me, you know.
Yeah.
You have Jonathan Banks, who I love from Better Call Saul. He played Marvin Jarvis, so he plays Niles Jarvis's dad. You have Shelley Morris's character being played by Natalie Morales, who is Claire Danes' ex-wife in this. You have it's Hedony Park, who plays FBI agent Erica. I forgot what her last name was, but
Brenton,
thank you. And she is kind of a, I don't know what you want to call her. Early on, you find out she's like a covert agent. You know, so she's a FBI agent who also is involved in infiltrating with the other side. Yeah. And she's also a love interest of Brian Abbott's character. You have someone who is kind of the nemesis, I guess you could say, to Niles Jarvis, who is Olivia Benitez's character, played by Elise Shannon. And I liked her in Leverage, which she used to play in the second iteration of Leverage. You have, I've never seen Tim, is it Guinea? Looking like he's called Wrecking Ball on here for some reason. I don't know why. But he is the uncle. It's Jonathan Banks, Marvin Jarvis's brother.
I don't think I've seen him on anything.
I've seen him on a bunch of things, but I've never seen him without his hair. So at first when I was watching, I was like, gosh, this guy looks so familiar. And then I was like, oh, wait, that's the guy who is in it's that guy that you always see, but you never really know who he is.
The guy in that thing.
That guy in that thing, as you always say. So he is in here, but with a bald head and like playing a rough guy. You know, and I'm just like, him, the rough
playing the muscle.
I've never seen that before. So anyway, I don't know. I think those are like the main characters.
Yeah, those are the main characters. Yeah. I don't think there's anybody else you really need to know.
So the premise is that you have Aggie, and Aggie is a author who writes books, but she's having some writer's block. She's just not doing well in regards to trying to put together something that she's already gotten quite a few cash advances on, a particular book. So she's had some great sellers. Now she's at the point where it's like writer's block. She's writing about the relationship between Anthony Scarpetta. I think that's how you pronounced his name. And Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So she's like writing about that. And
boring.
And so she can't get her motivation. She's like, no, it's amazing. It's a wonderful story of two people on different parts of the aisle and yada, yada. And it's like, maybe it's not coming together. So right next door moves in Niles Jarvis and his wife and their dogs. And so from the beginning, it becomes this situation of just noise, number one. So security cameras,
it's
blaring alarms.
Blaring alarm.
The dogs are barking.
This is like an alarm like somebody stepped onto the lawn of the White House. Like that.
And you may be wondering, why would Niles Jarvis need such a loud alarm and so much security and muscle and all of that? And it is because his first wife went missing. She, well, I guess supposedly did a suicide note, but was never found. And so based on that, as it happens, the husband always becomes one of the first suspects.
Yep.
And so with that, he had to go through like a trial of the public opinion and so many things that were going on. And in the end, I mean, obviously he moved in next door, so it's not anything.
But he's like a bigwig. He's a big guy.
Yeah. So his father and him, they're doing this Jarvis construction site to build these.
They just have a bunch of money and own a bunch of properties and land and stuff.
Exactly. And so based on that, that is why the Benitez lady comes into play, because she's with like city council and they're all trying to like stop the production of this big new development because, you know, corporate greed.
Yeah, but it's corporate greed, but it's gentrifying and it's not doing anything for the people that are, it's big sky rises and they're going to be so expensive, and the people who live around there are like, we can't afford this.
They can't. Mm-hmm,
so why would you do that when we can't afford it?
Exactly. And then they have a gentleman who's in that process who's basically on their payroll, so they're trying to get him to kind of sway the opinion of everybody to their side, but that doesn't necessarily work out. And so you have where, for the most part, let's get into the FBI agents. So you have Brian Abbott. He shows up. Well, let me go back to Claire Danes' character and Aggie. So Aggie realizes how much noise is happening next door, so she goes to him, basically confronts him. Yeah. And
control your dogs.
Yeah, exactly. And the crazy thing, you know, look outside looking in, you're like, you don't know if he maybe took out his wife. And you're watching her interaction with him, and you can see that he's arrogant, he's cocky, he's a narcissist. Like he's
like, you know who I am. Just come on in. Come on in the house.
Things, you know,
step
all
into my office. It's only going to take a second. It's like, dude, I don't know if you killed your wife. Why would I step in your house?
Why would I step into your house? And oh, by the way, follow you up to the stairs to your, office. And I don't know. Anyway, so and then, but I think that he realized she's not afraid of me. Yeah, and I think that part intrigued him because I don't think that there's a lot of people that he had spent time around of late that weren't afraid of him.
He met his match because she's as much of an a-hole as he is. Mm-hmm. So now he's like, I see a little bit of myself in you.
Yeah, because she's angry and bitter and maybe slightly narcissistic herself.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So, and you get that a little bit from her relationship with her ex-wife, Shelley. But so you realize she's a little bitter because of the fact that she was in a car accident with her son, and there is a young man in the local area. I forgot what his name was. Tommy? I think his name is Tommy.
Teddy.
I don't know who played his character. Do you have that?
Bubba Weiler.
Okay, so Bubba plays Teddy. And Teddy, I was like, that's weird. Then his name is Bubba. Okay. So he basically is always around, it seems like, from
it's
her
a small
perspective.
town.
It's a small town, and so she knows she's going to bump into him. And she's been kind of violent towards him in the past, and so there's a restraining order. So what happens is at one point she does go, she wants to go to the gravesite of her son on the anniversary.
Because her son dies in the car crash.
In a car accident,
and it was Teddy who was in the other vehicle.
The other vehicle, and allegedly drunk, but you don't know because he refused the breathalyzer. By the time that they did actually get to do it hours later, he was still just barely under the limit. So therefore, he was not found to be quote unquote drunk at the time.
I think he was underage though, so I think he got like something like a community service or something like that.
Exactly, and she was furious because she lost her son, of course, and of course Shelley did too. But Shelley is like, mistakes happen, teenagers do stupid things, like, you know, we have to be able to still live our lives and be able to, you know, process it, what happened, have the grief, but not be so angry. And like she would throw a brick through his work. Like she would just do
through the window or something like that.
And so it's like that's how she was. And so she ended up explaining that to Niles at one point while they were at like a lunch or something, like, oh yeah, or after the lunch, you know, we bumping him all the time. And Niles is giving him this weird look. And then the next morning, all of a sudden, there was a suicide note from Teddy.
Yeah.
And he can't be found anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, that happens again. And Niles is...
Yes,
he's
exactly.
around.
And he's around. And she's like, wait a minute. I literally just told him how painful it is for me to see him all the time. And now the guy whose wife went missing, now he knows what happened with me. And now this person goes missing. Like, that just doesn't sound right. And so she starts working with the FBI agent who, by the way, came to her house stinking drunk.
Yes.
And it's like, wait, hold on. Because I was trying to figure out, like, who is this guy at her window? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, why is he here? What is going on?
And so he comes and, you know, it's like, look, I'm just trying to warn you. He moved in next door. He's a dangerous criminal. I think he killed his wife. You know, all of this.
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm not here.
Right. You see me, but you don't see me. I'm an apparition. I'm a figment of your imagination. And so, therefore, it's like, okay, but he left his card. And so she ends up reaching out to him as she starts to question whether or not this young man who is no longer around, if Niles did something.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the premise of like the first, 2 episodes?
I feel like that's the first episode.
Yeah, I feel like, it may tap. I don't even know.
I will say that it gets tied into a pretty bow at the end.
Okay.
It does get tied into a pretty bow at the end. There is a lot of things that happen that I didn't see coming, which surprised me.
I like
because
that.
usually I'm like, oh, I would have thought that. It's like, oh, wait, no. Yeah.
So it might be like all her fault. Have you started watching?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
yet?
Oh, I already finished it. Yeah.
What did you think?
Yeah, I thought that was
that?
good. That was very good. It's like that.
And then it have some stuff that you were like, wait, a minute, I didn't think.
Yeah,
this.
It was just like that.
Yeah.
And so this is exactly like that. But it's but the main reason it's called The Beast in You is because he sees himself in her.
Yeah, of course.
And
like
she sees herself in him.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. Like that's what I figured.
That's what draws them to each other. Where it's like, I can't stand you, but I kind of want to be around you to get in your head.
Because we get each other.
Yeah, we get each other, and I want to get in your head, and I want to know. Where other people would just be like, "Oh, you're insane, so I'm gonna stay away." And it's like, you're insane, but I'm intrigued I'm intrigued by your insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and you may hear Chico in the background, so you're
barking
welcome.
Special guest star.
Yeah,
Chico.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I personally, so far, I think I'm maybe on like episode 4 or something. Okay. I'm at so Niles also has young brothers because his father, of course, as an old, barely 1 foot in the grave guy, because he's had like heart issues and different things going on. And so based on that, of course, he has a young wife and he has like 10-year-old twin sons. Yeah. And so
he lets them beat the crap out of each other
up, like black eyes.
And the mom's like, "Stop! Don't beat your brother." He was like, "You did a good job, son. You beat his tail."
Yeah, exactly.
He took from you, and you remembered that, and that's why you beat his tail. It's like, what kind of father? You're ruthless.
Yeah, he is.
But then you know what? He's ruthless, and then he gets a little soft.
Does he? Oh,
yeah.
Okay, maybe it's
He gets. He's ruthless, but then I think he realized how ruthless he is, and then it changes his perspective.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah. So, but with that though, I was gonna say that's where I am is basically at their birthday party. So I was talking about like how far along I am, I'm at the birthday party, which includes elephants.
Yeah. It's a safari.
It's
a safari birthday party,
and it's real.
And if you have all the money in the world, what would you do for a safari? You have elephants.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't want to have a tiger because maybe a tiger might maul the kids, and that's going to look bad for our PR image.
Yeah, you don't want the liability of that. But you could have a giraffe. You could have an elephant. You might have a little monkey or two.
Yeah, maybe a gazelle. I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, but that's it. The Beast in Me. It's on Netflix, and so far so good.
Yeah,
you can endorse it.
Very, very good.
You can fully endorse it.
It's very, very good.
So far so good.
Yeah. So like the same way that you like. All her fault is the same way that I like The Beast in Me, and Chico's just going to keep barking. Yeah. So, all right, I'm going to talk about. All right. So I talked about the wrath of Becky and how that movie, I was like, yes, that little girl is a beast. Like,
yes.
That was when she was going around and, like, these guys were trying to get a key from her, and she ends up, like, she spills the coffee on one of the guys, and they were going off on her in the diner and follow her and kill people and stuff like that. So, now, I did not know that there is a prequel.
Oh.
Just called Becky.
Oh.
Came out in 2020.
The prequel.
It just came out on Netflix.
Okay.
Well, I guess it just re-released on Netflix.
They brought it to Netflix.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And
I wonder if it was part of that whole Netflix getting HBO Max or whatever.
Oh, no, because I think it's.
It was never on HBO, maybe.
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take you
Yeah,
down
but I
that
was
path.
thinking
But go
about
ahead.
that.
Continue.
But I don't know. It might have been. I don't know.
Continue.
But yeah, this is the prequel. So, like I talked about, The Wrath of Becky, and in 2020 you get the backstory of how she loses her parents.
Okay.
The key, not really where the key is coming from, but I guess not the origin of the key, but like the father having the key.
Okay.
That everybody wants.
All right.
And you also get to see her father. You get to see everything that she went through. So her mother is sick and has cancer.
Okay.
So she was a sweet child. She was by her mother's bedside, playing the guitar to her, singing to her.
Okay.
Singing this song, like something like "I'll always be by your side." Like, you never have to look for me, I'll be by your side.
Okay.
Which she sings creepily later on in the movie. Like standing there looking, like she is standing there looking at Kevin James, who plays the villain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And she's looking at him and just singing the song, just like, I'm about to kill you. Like, it is so creepy. And I'm like, I love this little girl. Okay. Let me go ahead and tell you everybody who is in it.
Okay.
So Lulu Wilson plays Becky. You have Kevin James, who plays Dominic, who is the guy who is coming for the key from her father.
Okay.
Who her father is played by Joel McHale, of all people.
Really?
Yeah. Talk soup. Yeah.
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 That's interesting.
Yeah. So that is the father. His name is Jeff in this. Dominic, his other prison partner is Robert Maylett, who his name is Apex.
Oh.
So you can only imagine how big this guy is.
Okay.
I mean, like, his hand could probably crush her head.
Yeah. Sounds like
Yeah. You have Amanda Brugel, who plays Kayla, who actually ends up being the future stepmother of Becky. Then you have Isaiah Rockcliffe, who plays Ty, who is the little boy who is Kayla's son from a previous marriage or something.
Okay.
Ryan McDonald, he's Cole. He's not in there long. James McDougall, he plays Hammond. He's not in the movie long either.
Okay.
Those are just the main people that you need to know.
Okay.
Everybody else is irrelevant. So, Becky, how it basically starts off is she is in a police station, like interrogation room. Not really interrogation room, but like, I guess it's like social services and police are together.
Okay.
Asking her question because she's now an orphan.
All right.
Her parents are dead. So they're asking her question. It was like, okay, Becky, tell us what happened at the fort. And you get a glimpse of her jumping from a tree fort and stabbing somebody. And she has blood all over her. And she's like, what? I'm sorry. Wait, what? I'm sorry, I don't know.
Oh, because she's doing a little flashback.
Yeah. So she's thinking about it, but she's like, I gotta tell them I don't know exactly what happened. Now, her dad has taught her a lot of stuff. Her dad taught her, I guess, the basic survival skills.
Okay.
Her dad, I believe, was not the best person to be around, and I think after he got out of prison or whatever he did, and her mother died of cancer. She starts to act out. He steps up as a dad. Now, when what they do is they move out of the town. They move away from the house. Becky's not doing good living at the house where her mother used to live, so they live out of the town.
Okay.
Becky's which is weird to me because they don't really show Becky in school, but they do show Becky laying on the ground. and a whole bunch of kids are standing over her, just like looks like they're making jokes and making fun of her, right?
Oh, okay.
But then it also clips to the prison scene where it's all these guys who are kicking and beating up one guy that is down on the ground, and Kevin James comes over and he has like a big swastika on the back of his head. He's an Aryan Brotherhood Nation, whatever those guys are called. And he just hands somebody a shank, and then somebody goes over and shanks one of the black guys, because it's all black and Hispanics that are beating up this white guy.
Gotcha.
So, and then that starts the whole thing. And it is a prison, and then it's like, how did they get to Becky? They break out of prison. Now, Apex has a heart.
Okay.
Dominic,
with a heart.
Dominic does not have a heart.
Oh, gotcha.
Cole or whatever does not have a heart. Heyman doesn't have a heart. They don't have hearts. They're just like, we've been in prison. We're going through the system. We don't even care. Like, when we get out, this is all we know. This is what we're going to do. Apex is kind of like, they have a clip of Apex where you could see his heart being shown, because they have to get a vehicle. Okay. In order for them to steal a vehicle, they have prison guard uniforms on. And they stop this guy as like they're police, but they're not police. Okay. And I guess the guy just didn't pay attention. Ask him to step out, and they're like, Apex, get the kids. And Apex opens the door, and like he's looking at these two innocent kids, and you see his face kind of be like, he's just staring at them. It's not like it's not showing. It's not. I guess it would be if anybody else was to open up the door and it's like, get the kids, you're going to open the door and snatch the kids and grab them. He just opens the door and looks at the kids. So you have like a 3 seconds of you seeing him looking at the kids and the kids looking at him. And then there was something that he says later on that actually makes perfect sense. Okay. But now they are free from prison. They're going to find this key. Okay. What happens is that...
And what does the key do again?
I still don't know.
Oh, okay. I was thinking I missed something.
I don't know.
Okay. It's like the gold bars. Or
yes,
gold
it is it is the briefcase in Pulp Fiction.
There you go.
So, what is happening is, they what's his name, the father, Jeff, and Becky are going back into the town, and she's like, I thought you said we weren't coming back here. It's too soon. It's not enough time. And he was like, I think that we need to come back to the house. They get to the house. She's mad. And then and she's like yelling at him outside, and then the woman pulls up, who plays her future stepmother. Okay. Kayla, she pulls up with her son Ty. She's like, what is she doing here? He's like, oh, I have to tell you something. Like, she's going to be now living with us. And the girl is like, how dare you? Like, you don't even love mom anymore. It's just too soon. And she runs off to her fort. Okay. Now this is like the first few minutes. Yeah. This is like the first maybe 5 minutes. Okay. She gets to her fort. And she's like breaking stuff inside of it. She has her dog Diego, but she's breaking stuff inside the fort. Diego's just like sitting on his like little dog bed, well, not little, but he's a King Corso or County Corso. Wow, so he's just like, yeah, get it out. Just get your anger and frustration out. Just don't hit me. And Kevin James knocks on the door. Kayla opens the door. Jeff is actually gone to check on Becky. Okay. Kayla opens the door and is talking to this guy. So now Jeff comes back from talking to Becky. And, him and Becky have a talk. She was like, look, he's just like, I understand you're mad at me, but I feel like this is good for you. This is what you need, And when Jeff walks in, Kayla says, hey, this man right here, he lost his dog and he's trying to find it. And he's like, okay, hey, what kind of dog do you have? What kind of dog did you say you had? And he was like, I didn't. And then Kevin James is still walking, Dominic, he's still walking through the house. And he's like, yeah, man, I don't understand why you're here. You're not telling me what kind of dog you had, whatever. And then you see how Kevin James' character just switches, because he was just like, yeah, I'm just looking for my puppy, my dog. And then it was like, oh, you have a Carney Corso, like, and you blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, you have to get out of this house right now. And then Apex comes from out of nowhere and just bum rushes everybody. But Becky does not know this. Becky is still in the fort. And when things happen and Becky comes to find out that her father is now dead because of walkie-talkies. She likes to, like last time she was doing the burner cell phones. This time it's walkie-talkies. So she was talking, because she's still a little girl. And
is it the same character?
It's the same character, yeah. So she's just talking, to them, and she hears her father screaming. She hears her father dying through this walkie, and that is like that's what I'm trying to tell you. It is Kill Bill, but for a child, because all I can hear is from like Kill Bill, where it's like everything starts to like zoom in and like the color turns to red, and that's what I see when I see them look at her face, and her face just goes from fear to like anger.
I'm getting y'all.
Yeah. And and then from there she's like, okay, I'll give you the key, and then she just goes on her killing spree.
Wow.
She does a Macaulay Culkin. But like she does like the Home Alone stuff, but this is not to like hurt you. No, this is to kill you. I'm trying to maim you,
right,
and watch you die slowly.
For the faint of heart.
It is not, and it's just her going through this whole thing, and her being like maybe a 13-year-old girl, and getting her revenge on these four grown men.
Wow,
amazing.
Okay.
Well, I thought it was amazing how I thought the determination of this little girl was amazing. Not the whole storyline and everything is good. It is a good storyline because you have to figure out, like whoever wrote it's figuring out how she can go from this to this. How does a little 13-year-old go and kill a grown man? Right. Oh, she takes colored pencils and wraps them together really tight and then stabs them to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what does she do for this? Oh my God, there's a bush hog scene. And I'm like, what? I'm like, is that a bush hog? Like, oh my
what's
God.
A bush hog? I mean,
that's the thing that Dad used on the back of the tractor to cut down all the hay. And like to cut down it's like it's like just take the lawnmower and the disc part that's on the bottom. Yeah, you put that in the back so you get a bigger area. Yeah, there is a bush hog part.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. But it is the determination that this little girl has is what makes me like it. Like, what is she going to think of next? How would she do this next? Yeah, she's like Apex ends up catching up with her. How did she get away from Apex? Like, I don't know. It's just really good. I just thought that it was a good movie. It gives me the information about her parents. Still nothing about the key. So hopefully they make like the revenge
so that you can
of
figure
Becky.
Out what the key is about.
Yeah, because now,
is it a key to a lockbox? Is it a key to
this key is a big, long key. It's probably as long as maybe like a number 2 pencil before you sharpen it.
Oh, okay. So like
and the head of it, it's like it's pretty big. It's probably like the size of
your fist or something.
Not that. Maybe like the size of $1, like a $50. Those $50. So it's like that on the top, and it had designs and everything on it. But it's one of those not skinny, but like it's
just a thin key.
long, and then it has like the little things at the end. So like it goes to something that's old.
That's old, yeah. Like one of those where it's just like the 2-prong thing.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, but what is it possibly?
What is it opening?
And whatever it is, because she asked them, what is it about the key? No, it was asked, what is it about the key that you want so much? It was like, we just need the key.
So nobody is telling what the key is about.
I don't know what the key is about.
So she doesn't even know what the key is for.
No, but the thing is, she's had the key. Her father had her hide the key in her fort.
Right. So she has the key. It's just that, but what's the key do?
What does the key do?
And when is it going to get used finally?
Yeah.
And what's going to be behind that door, in that drawer, in that space, whatever.
Yeah. So it's Kill Bill and John Wick had a baby. And this is literally, and Home Alone, and this is literally the baby. Literally, Becky came from Beatrice and John.
Okay, interesting.
And
her brother's Kevin McAllister.
And her brother, Kevin McAllister, exactly. But I don't know. I just think that it's I thought it was a good movie.
Okay.
You know, it's like if you were put in that situation and you were already angry and rage filled because your mother has passed away, and there was nothing you could do about it, nothing anybody could do about it because it was cancer.
Yeah.
And then it's like, so now I'm already mad about this. I don't have my mother and my dad. We don't really like click.
Yeah.
But now that I'm starting to get along with, I'm starting to get comfortable with my dad. Now you're going to kill him too. So now I'm an orphan.
Yeah.
And none of the adults, all the adults suck in this. None of them fight back.
That's terrible.
Yeah. But check it out. It is on Netflix. Like I told you, it's called Becky. You watch Becky, watch Wrath of Becky after that. It is a thing.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. Yes.
All right.
All right. What do you have next?
Okay, so I said last week that I hadn't watched one Christmas movie.
Yeah.
So
Did you
I was
watch
going
one?
to go ahead and watch it,
Okay.
and it was The Unexpected Christmas.
Correct,
So
yes.
I did end up watching that on Stars because I got the Stars deal for $12 for 12 months. And so wasn't it you who said that, you watch a Christmas movie and they always come together and everything wraps up in a tiny, cute little bow?
Yeah, this one doesn't.
This one isn't.
Is it because it's a black one? Is that what it is?
No, I don't know.
I didn't. So I only knew about the show because I heard Kevin on stage talk about it and everybody who was going to be in it. I mean, the movie. I did not watch the trailer until after you had said that this is what you want to watch. And I watched the trailer and I was like, I don't want to watch this mess.
You don't want to watch it?
Because it's literally a mess.
It is a mess. Well, let me tell the mess.
Yeah.
Let me tell it. So, all right, let me go through the cast first. So it's An Unexpected Christmas. So it has Tabitha Brown in there.
Yeah.
So she plays Debbie, but she has a small role. She's not like a main character in it. You have Anna Maria Horsford, who plays Mama Scott, and you know her from A-Man. So she's Shirley Hensley's daughter. Daddy, so that's her.
Daddy.
Yeah, and then her husband on here is Rico Ross playing Willie, and he is in, what is it, Beauty in the Black?
That's me. I've seen him on something
Tyler
and I was
Perry.
like,
Yeah,
I feel like when I watched him on something,
the millionaire or billionaire who's got the huge house.
I feel like I watched him on something that he played a gay man before. But
that was
Billion. Oh, that was that.
Yeah,
see, I've never watched Beauty in Black.
Oh, well,
I must have been on a trailer or something that I saw that.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
So, well, he's not gay, but he's secretly on the down low of wanting to see men, even though he's not doing anything. I don't know. Anyway, it's a thing.
It's a fetish.
So, we're not talking about that one, though. We're talking about this. So he's Rico Ross, and he plays Willie. So he is the husband of Mama Scott. And he and her, they seem to have a really amazing relationship. You have Little Rel Howery. He is in here as Richard. You have that his girlfriend is Marissa, who is played by Dominique Perry. And she is... in here with her sister, who is Reagan Gomez, who plays Carrie. So you have Carrie and Marissa, who are not even half sisters, stepsisters, because Rico's daughter is Carrie and Mama Scott's daughter is Marissa. Yeah. And when they got together, then they became stepsisters, okay? So then Marissa's best gay friend, and I say that because it's a part of the show, is Terrence Terrell, and he plays Michael. You have that they also have a brother. So Dominique's brother, or Marissa's brother, is Kyle, and he has a wife, Imani, and that's played by Terrell Woodbury and Corin Hawthorne. Then you have Uncle Earl. So Uncle Earl is played by Howie Bell. And then you have Alicia, who is played by Cecilia Friday. So those are kind of like the main characters. But this thing is
a mess.
It's kind of a mess.
That's what I said. I can't do this.
Okay, so let me explain the scenario, because even, shout out Janella, one of my friends, she was like, wait, hold up. So I'm trying to watch the trailer, and the trailer is like the Little Rel's characters with one sister in one moment, and then when he shows up for Christmas, he's with the other sister. Yeah. And it's like, when your boyfriend shows up with your sister, and it's like, wait, but they're making it sound like current boyfriend. So what is happening?
Yeah, and it's like, who has that much time?
Oh my God. Well, let me tell you, look, it's not anything to watch, so this might be all spoilers. I don't know, because it's not, like you said, it's not really going to be worth it. But what I'll say is this.
If you want to watch an American train wreck,
No, it's not. Honestly, it was entertainment to me. It was entertaining.
Okay.
I did not feel like it was a train wreck. I didn't feel like it was horrible. I felt like it was like something you could watch. And it wasn't even it had some comedic moments in it. But it was just a comedy. It was just a
rom-com.
I guess you could call it that. Dramedy. It was just a show that had a few comic moments in it. Okay. So, but yeah, I guess it would be a rom-com. Well, dramedy maybe, because it was more drama than it was romance. Okay. So, but it starts off with Marissa and Little Rel's character, Richard. So they're in the bed, they're talking. He's like, I got to get up and go to the bathroom. He goes to the bathroom. I think a phone rings or something. So she goes and grabs the phone, but then she hits something or somehow comes across something and she sees a wedding ring inside his bag. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh my God, he's going to propose. It's right around Christmas. This is amazing. So in her mind, she thinks he's about to propose. She lays down. She's all giddy. She's so excited. And she's like, woo, woo, woo. And she's like, and I just love this man so much. And he's looking at her like, I'm not going to say all of this. But, you get this feeling that maybe she is feeling him and we're trying to figure out if he's feeling her the same way, right? Mm-hmm. Cut to her talking to her gay best friend. And she's like, look, let me tell you, I came across a ring. You never know. Pretty soon. And the guy's like, you've been dating him 3 months. How in the world are you going to say...
Were they lesbians?
You're going to be getting married, right? That's when he was pretty much like, what is going on? So she was like, well, all I know is I saw the ring. He's got it, blah, blah, blah. So she's like, I'm making him dinner tonight because he's coming over. And I'm pretty sure this is when he's going to propose. So she makes this amazing dinner. He comes over and he's like, got luggage. And she's just like, wait, you got luggage? And he was like, yeah, I just, felt like I had to come and tell you that I need some space. I need some time, and she's just looking because she can't tell him, well, I saw the ring because she wasn't supposed to see the ring. So she's just like, wait, what is happening? And he's like, look, I'm going to go out of town. I'm going to go spend time with my family. And as I'm spending time with my family, then when I come back, we can connect or talk. And she was like, okay, whatever. So she then goes to see her family. So she's going to spend time with her mom, her stepdad, and everybody else who comes to town for the holidays. So she gets there. And the thing about her, too, which is kind of funny, is her hair is always looking a mess on the show. Yeah. Oh, wait. Other than like maybe one scene, her hair is always looking crazy to the point that her mom was like, and I hope you do something with that hair. Yeah. Like that's how it is, right? So she goes. But
then her sister.
Who is
posh.
a posh attorney who is working for a elite law firm who is promising her an ability to become like a junior partner or something like that.
She gets rich auntie vibes.
Yes, but if she can get this particular church to sign over their land to the agency because they want to build on the land and do a development. So when the boss tells her whose church it is, she's like, ooh, that's my mama church.
Oh, yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
So she's like, okay, no problem. I will have the right conversations. And, she doesn't tell her that it's her mom or anything. Well, Mama Scott, her stepmom. But she's like, oh, I'm going to be in that town this holiday season. So don't worry about me. I'll get this wrapped up in 48 hours. No problem. So she gets there. And of course, Mama Scott ain't having that. But Mama Scott also doesn't know that she works for that law firm.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So what happens is Mama Scott is like, when she's trying to push it, like not saying that it's her, but like, well, if they're trying to give you how many millions of dollars, like you need to go ahead and let that go. Like, go ahead and just, you're getting older and there'll be great retirement money. And she was like, this is about the Lord. This ain't got nothing to do with all this money and all that. And then of course, Marissa's character also was like, yeah, Ma, you keep it. It was Dad. Dad built that church up and blah, blah, blah. So there's that scenario happening. So you have Carrie who's trying to get Mama Scott to sell the property so that way she can become partner. And it's all happening covertly, and it's unexpected that Carrie is the person who's doing that when it comes to Unexpected Christmas. So then you have where Marissa goes to open the door to her mom's house because Carrie has arrived. And when she goes to open the door and help with the luggage, who's out there? Her boyfriend, Little Rel, who just broke up. Well, not even broke up. Just said we're going on a little hiatus.
Yeah.
Showing up with the sister. So she's looking at him, he's looking at her, the sister's looking at both of them, and then she's like, well, are you going to help with the luggage or what? And so she's like, oh, yeah, what's going on? Who's this? You know? And the whole time, which was weird to me, is that her and Little Rel act like in front of everybody they don't know each other, which I'm like, if this is supposed to be your boyfriend, you should have just been like, what are you doing here, Mom? Like, what are you doing here with my sister?
Yeah. Well, hold on.
You just told me. Richard, that's Alana. But Richard, you just told me you needed to go spend time with your family. So what are you doing here with mine and my sister?
Yeah, I would have definitely done that.
She did not blow his cover. And the thing too is that, and maybe it goes back to her feeling like, well, my sister always got the attention. My sister was the prettier one. True. My sister was the one who always, so therefore if I try to do this, then it's going to look like I'm jealous of something or I'm, trying to impede on something, and she'll probably blame it on me and say, well, you knew I was dating him and then you tried to start dating him and blah, 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 because she and Richard had dated before he even met Marissa. Oh, okay. So she plays it off. At some point in the show, her and Richard get that opportunity to talk to each other. And basically, he tells her that he had no clue that they were related because of the fact that they have two different last names, of course, because they're not blood relation. And he was like, how would I know she's your sister? She's in California. You're in New York. I had spent all this time out there. However, my dad is really pushing me to become a doctor in his office, but I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to do that in the practice. So therefore, that's why I went to New York. And then I met this wonderful person, which is you. And then I was like, great, I'm not dating the other girl, so I can spend this time with you. But then she came back into the picture and wanted to try to see if we can make things work. And this is why it ends up being that you're dating one sister, you move to the other sister, and then you're coming back to this sister, but you didn't even know they were sisters. So that's kind of how he explains it. And the thing to me, which was crazy, is that Marissa was so gung-ho on this potential relationship with Richard that she then calls Mike and says, hey, Michael, my gay best friend, you come because you're tall, you're chocolate, you're sexy, and therefore you act like you are my boyfriend. So that way I can make my man jealous while he's here with my sister, which is crazy.
Yeah, because it's like he didn't choose you, so why are you going to think you're going to...
Why are you trying to break them up?
But why are you trying to make somebody jealous that does not want you?
But here's the thing. Of course, as soon as Michael gets out of the car, what happens?
He gets jealous.
Little Rel wants her. And Little Rel is like, wait a minute, hold up. What's going on? I keep calling Little Rel Richard. But he's like, wait, hold up. What's happening? And then at one point, they have a card game or something with the brother, the father, and these two. And they were like, are we still playing cards? Like, what is happening? Because they were just going back and forth. But the father and the brother couldn't tell
what was happening because they...
What are you going back and forth about? Like, y'all just met each other. Like, how is it that y'all are so...
But then the friend knows all the information because of him being...
Yeah, he knows because his best friend, has already told him all the negative stuff about Little Rel. So he's kind of throwing little digs. And then being of my stature and as tall as I am and Little Rel's all short, and it's like, oh, so what? Because I'm short, blah, blah, blah. It's like all these different scenarios and things that come up and all of that. So then so I guess it's unexpected because, of course, she didn't expect to see her boyfriend with her sister. It's unexpected because Michael ends up there and the mom is like, wait, my daughters have never brought anybody home for the holidays. And now both of them are bringing somebody. So she's got this unexpected situation. But when I tell you, when she saw Michael, she was like, oh, baby.
She rubbing on
him and taking pictures and all of like, baby, you're going to stand right here beside me.
Oh, Lord.
And I was like, her poor husband is probably like, what is happening? But anyway, then you have a scenario with the brother and his wife, so Kyle and Imani, because she looks at his phone. And when she looks at his phone, it's this woman who is like, yeah, let's make it work. As soon as you get back from the holidays, I look forward to seeing you. It was like all these text messages back and forth with this woman. So she proceeds to address that with him in front of the entire family. And of course, Tabitha and Uncle Earl They sitting there eating their popcorn. They're like, oh, what's happening? What's going on? Because that was kind of Tabitha's role in here. Yeah. It's like either instigating a little bit or like, so what was it about? What's going on with you and Mike? Or what happened with da-da-da-da-da? Yeah, exactly. It's the nosy aunt.
Stirring the pot.
And then you had Uncle Earl who would just be like, Marissa ain't got no man. She ain't never had no man. What's she gonna find a man?
Oh, Lord.
And like, so he was he would just dig in and in. And so when then she shows up with the man, then guess what? Now Uncle Earl, who everybody's like, wait, what's happening here? So he shows up. He got a young thing who just shows up without him, actually. And she's just like, oh, my God, y'all, I haven't heard so much about y'all, and I'm just going to come to the dinner, blah, blah, blah. And so while they're putting up their decorations for the family, and, like, they have names on all the decorations. They're like, oh, yeah, this is all these people going on to glory, so let's go ahead. We got the decoration for this person, decoration for that person. And then they said this decoration for one lady, and she was like, is that such and such? And she was like, first name, last name. And they were like, wait. How you know first name? That's my great aunt. And then they were like, wait, so your great aunt is like Bertha Johnson or something like that. And she was like, yeah, from around da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And they were like, oh, so that's our great aunt's sister, or whatever. My aunt's sister is your great aunt. So, okay.
We related.
So, Tabitha sitting there like, okay. And then the sisters are like, oh, geez, who gonna tell Uncle Earl, kind of thing. So then finally the mom does say to Uncle Earl, like, well, she's such a, like he up here with his mouth running. Yeah. And then she's like, well, that she is such and such his niece or whatever. And he about spit out his food. And
I would have told him that immediately. And I would have called him.
No. They told him.
This was it, messy.
Well, but I guess they figured at that point the girl knew, but she didn't seem to care because she was just like, what you calling me for? And he was like, we ain't gonna see each other no more. I just, I'm not feeling well for this dinner, so you just shouldn't come. Like, you shouldn't come to this. So he didn't even like break it off. He was just like, just don't come. Like, he couldn't admit that, hey, this is my cousin. Like twice removed or whatever. So anyway, so it had some unexpected things like that. So everything was unexpected. So there's an unexpected reason why Kyle and Imani and he's texting the woman and all of that. So that's unexpected. A girl had an unexpected situation. You got the two sisters have an unexpected situation. The mom's got an unexpected because of the church and not knowing what's going on there. Little Rel, of course, his whole scenario is unexpected. Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot of unexpected things.
Okay.
And that is what made it the Unexpected Christmas. And that was on Stars with his
Stars.
With his Z.
Okay.
And that was that. So watch it or not.
Yeah. All right, we're.
Yep. All right. So what you got?
I have some RIPs.
Yes.
RIPs. So
is this the in memoriam?
Yeah, the in memoriam. So I IMDb did put together a little in memoriam for actors, musicians, directors, writers, and I really didn't know that all of these people had passed last year.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I guess I need to start watching the news more.
TikTok.
Yeah, or just not.
So who didn't you know of? I would want to know as you're going through stuff.
A lot.
Oh, okay.
Like more than half of the people.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Jane Goodall.
Yes, I knew about Jane Goodall.
Didn't know about Jane Goodall.
And everybody should know Jane Goodall because she was the person that was out there with all the apes.
Yes.
And the chimpanzees. Yes. Yeah. So Jane Goodall, she was just like this nature. Sometimes I feel like the way that my relationship is with Chico and him being an animal that, we get each other so well that I'm like, oh, I would get all animals like that. But I would never try it. But I would be like, oh, no, if I walked up to a gorilla, I think that gorilla would say, I don't want to rip her face off. I think that she's a nice, kind, sweet person, but they probably would rip my face off. But I'm just saying that the way I feel like I would be with a giraffe or an elephant or whatever in the wild.
Because
with
you
a lion in the wild. I would feel like, okay, they would be sweet and nice and kind to me. Even though I know they wouldn't. But in my mind, like deep down inside, I feel like, we would be kindred spirits. It would be okay.
Okay.
You should see the look on her face with me. But anyway, I digress. Okay. So yes, Jane Goodall. Yeah.
Yeah, Jane Goodall. what's it? Primatologist. That's what she's called, a primatologist. Okay. Graham Greene. He's an actor. You've seen him on a lot of different things. I'm trying to think of what you would. He's played Native American. He's played Hispanic.
Oh, yeah. He's like a little heavier.
Yeah.
And he's always somebody's like, he is the Native American typically person in a show.
Yeah,
that
in
you've
a movie
seen that's an older person. I think he's been in some Fargos and things like that. Yeah.
Roberta Flack.
Yep, Roberta Flack.
She has passed. Val Kilmer, I do remember Val Kilmer and Roberta Flack.
Yeah.
Michelle Trachtenberg, which I don't even know how she passed away, but she is a actress who was on like some teen movies, and I don't even know what she would have been on, but you have seen her before.
Yeah, I'm looking at her now. Yeah,
and I don't. Do you have what she has been on?
They had said that she was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Mm-hmm. As an example, I'm not seeing anything else specifically, but they said she was 39 years old.
Yeah, okay. But I just like, I didn't even know that she had passed. David Lynch, who is a writer, director, producer, Twin Peaks. He was in Twin Peaks.
Yeah, he did so. I mean, a lot of these shows that people really enjoy, David Lynch was responsible for.
Also, we have George, is it Wendt?
Yeah, George Wendt.
Who is Norm. I didn't know that Norm passed away.
I did not know Norm had passed away either from Cheers.
Lonnie Anderson.
Yeah.
Lonnie Anderson had passed. Mm-hmm. Julian McMahon.
Yes, I knew that.
I didn't know that he had passed away.
Yep, I had heard that when it happened, and I was like, oh no, because he was just so young and vibrant and everything.
Yeah, he was still
cancer.
Okay.
I think it was
I'm wondering if a lot of these people might have been cancer. There's a lot of people who died at a younger age. Let me see. Connie Francis. You got Hulk Hogan, Sly Stone. Michael Madsen, who a lot of people know him, he was on Reservoir Dogs. I think he was like Mr. Brown or something like that from Reservoir Dogs. He's been in a lot of different things. I want to say he's under the Tarantino production. Udo Kier, which I did not know that he had passed. You have seen him on a bunch of things, but I guess you wouldn't really know him unless you were... I don't know, how do I explain it? You wouldn't know him, like you know his face, but you wouldn't know what to put him in to. So I'm trying to think of what was it in that he was in something really good recently. Gosh, I can't think of the name of it now.
And what's his name again?
Udo Kier.
And I used to go Udo.
UDO.
Oh.
Kier. Kier.
Oh, yeah. So he typically would play a person who, kind of bad guy, I feel like. Often. Like, often played a bad guy. They said he was, everything they're saying that he was in are not things that I know of or remember him from. But,
that's what I was like. I don't remember him from stuff
but you
like
know
this,
his face for sure if you look him up. So,
Exactly. Gene Hackman, which we do remember Gene Hackman.
Yeah, that was tragic.
Yeah. Ananda Lewis.
Okay.
Ananda Lewis. She was a TV personality.
She was on MTV or something like that back in the day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she was dealing with cancer too. I remember that. Exactly. She had breast cancer.
You also have Sally Kirkland.
Yes.
Terrence Stamp. I think it's Terrence Stamp. Yeah. D'Angelo, which we had done a memorial for D'Angelo. Loretta Swille, who was Hot Lips Houlihan from MASH.
Yes, from MASH. I did not know that she had passed away, but I did know that probably the next woman who you might have from Alice.
Kimberly Herbert Gregory.
Kiss my grits.
Yeah. You. I think you had talked about her before.
I knew she had passed away.
Who else do I have? Chuck Mangione, which we had spoke about him. Yeah, Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yes, we covered
and
that.
Ace Frehley, who is the guitar player of Kiss. I think he was the one that had the stars.
Yes, he was one of the. Yep, I knew that.
Yeah. Diane Ladd, which I don't know if a lot of people know who she is, but you've seen her on a bunch of things, but you might not really know who she is. Also, Polly Holiday, she was the same way. You see her on a lot of things, but you don't really know who she is. You would know her from like the 70s, 80s types of movies. Oh, Joan Plowright, which made me sad. She was the lady from, what is the name of that movie with Queen Latifah, and it's like House Guest or something like that? And the lady is sitting at the table, and she was like, "Oh yeah, there was a sweet song that my mother used to sing called Massa. Is Mama gonna sell me in the morning? Yes, 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 yes." So yeah, her. Oh my gosh. Let me see who else we have. Ozzy Osbourne, Robert Redford.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I said Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
yeah. Rob Reiner, which we recently just talked about that and the impact that he had on all the production, everything that comes with Hollywood. Yeah. And also Diane Keaton.
Yes, Diane Keaton, definitely. Yeah.
But yeah, that was just, I was just like, wait, what? I was like, did I forget these people? Like, did these people pass? Or it's like, I'm really just realizing that these people passed
away and you didn't know that they had passed. I did not know. I had a couple more, I think, that are more like just not necessarily in that realm of what you cover. Not many, but just like, for example, oh gosh, what is her name? Oh gosh, I'm trying to wait because what I'm trying to get to is loading now, of course, because that's the way TV works. But she was the chef with the spiky blonde hair.
Chef with spiky blonde hair. You know? Oh yeah, is that who I said? Sally Kirkland.
Maybe no, it's Anne.
Anne. Okay,
yeah. So you said Ozzy Osbourne. And I'm trying to think of what her name was. Oh gosh. Okay. Anyway, maybe I don't have anybody. So, Michael Madsen. Did you say him? From Reservoir Dogs. Yeah. Okay. Annie Burrell. Annie Burrell. Okay, and Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys and Sly Stone.
Yes, it's Sly Stone.
You did? Mm-hmm. How did I miss that? Okay.
I think you were looking at.
I was probably looking up somebody as you were talking about other things. And Phil Robertson from Duck Dynasty, the father, the guy from Duck Dynasty. Yeah, okay. He also passed away. And George Foreman. I
didn't have George Foreman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what they have on the. I was looking at the one for E News or E. What is it called? E News. And you said Gene Hackman, Roberta Flack. Yeah, everybody else I think that we already had. Oh, did you have Jerry Adler?
No.
Okay. And you know him. He's always in a whole bunch of stuff too where you're just like, "Oh my gosh, The Sopranos." Let me see if I can show you. You know who he is.
Okay.
But yeah, so he passed away too. This guy right here. I'm showing her.
Yeah, no.
You haven't seen him?
No.
Well, maybe just because I watched The Sopranos.
Yeah, you watched The Sopranos all the time.
Yeah. But yeah, so. But he was always somebody, he would play an attorney or he would play, like, I guess there he was like, one of the, he wasn't even the mobster though. I don't think he was a mobster in The Sopranos, but he was somebody who was like in the family.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He was in the family.
Well, if you were in the family, you were a mobster.
Well, I mean,
he was just part of the
friendly people that the mobsters
in waste management company.
Right. Yeah. I forgot it was waste management. Yeah. But yeah, so no, he was in a lot of different things. He was in The Good Wife, The Good Fight. He was in Transparent. A lot of different things. So yeah, and he played Hesh. That's who it is. Okay. Hesh. And
I just don't really recognize his face. So. Mm-hmm. I probably seen him on something and be like, "Oh, he looks familiar," and then just didn't pay attention to it after that.
It's a lot. I mean, gosh, and that's the thing too, because even as we get older, then all these actors that we grew up with, like a Robert Redford,
and that's what I'm noticing now. I'm like, man, all of these actors and actresses that I grew up with are like, now I'm to the age where now they're dying.
Right. Like Diane Keaton was just a complete shock for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
As much as it was for D'Angelo. Like those types of deaths. I was like, now him being younger, of course, but
Val Kilmer too. Even though he was I know that he was sick and everything, but it still was just about when I found out he was sick, I was like, wait a second.
That's true. Because I was like, wait, where's
Val
he been?
Kilmer.
And he's sick. Like what happened to him? Kind of thing. But yeah, and it's the same, I'm sure, like we at least saw Val Kilmer where the guy from Nick Nip Tuck McCannon, I feel like we didn't get to see
we didn't
his
see
illness,
anything,
but I think we would have been shocked by that too. And I was shocked by his death because I was like, I didn't even know he was sick. And then they said he had like neck and head, brain, and like all these different types of cancers. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's just devastating, you know. And especially for somebody who was, I liked him. I thought he was really talented. He was great in Nip Tuck.
Oh yeah. I couldn't remember if it was Nip Tuck or if it was what was the other one that I was thinking of? The one where they had the funeral home.
Oh, you're talking about 6 Feet Under. Yeah.
I couldn't remember which one of those two because it was like something about them. It was just like I can't remember which one of these.
They both had to deal with working on people.
Working on people.
And some of the people might have looked like they probably were being worked on, like in a mortuary, by the time that they finished with the nip tuck that they had to fix. Because remember, they would sometimes fix other people's things that they had messed up and stuff. So but anywho, all right, well.
That's gonna be it. You don't have anything else?
No, I mean,
Oh, you know what? I do have something else that we can do. I want to play the 2025 wrap up.
Oh,
local rap artist, which also is known throughout the world.
Music producer
and
ghostwriter.
He will not say who he writes for, but he is a ghostwriter and he cashes those checks. But yes, he does a wrap up every year, so I do want to play that.
And people look forward to it.
Yeah,
every single year. And that's why I didn't even look for it when I sent it out. I had just stumbled upon it because we're Facebook friends. So I was scrolling through my Facebook and it popped up, and I was probably because it had already so many likes that it's just trending. And so I was like, the wrap up.
Yeah. And when I say when I say that he's a local artist that everybody sees, I'm like, oh yeah, this Mad Skillz. Hey, what's up? You know, he's a down to earth guy.
And it's Mad Skillz.
Mad Skillz is. I'm sorry. Mad Skillz. But also like it would be nothing for you to see him. I think he did something on the BET Awards one year or the Hip Hop Awards or something like that.
Yeah, but he's just an average dude.
He's just an average guy. And then like you'll see him and be like, I was just hanging out with the Roots, and it's like, wow, oh snap.
Yeah.
He was like, so I was talking. Like he has a story about him talking to DMX and bringing DMX into Richmond, and was like, let's go get some fried chicken, but I want no skins. There was a whole thing. He was like, we was in Richmond. He was like, we was home in Midlothian and we went to KFC, like that kind of thing. So, but I do want to play this, which I thought was actually
it's really good. And what he does with the wrap up, just so that you know, it's everything that's happened in the world, in the United States with music in the month, in the year.
What's up, twin? This the wrap up for 2025. Off the rip, I'm just glad we all survived. And we usually laugh and kiki and just tripping. But this year wasn't fun, so this point gon' hit different. And you might say, damn, you sound like you down, Skillz. I'm like, nah, I just sound how everybody feels. So even though we all been through it, this is 2025 wrap up. Let's get into it. As soon as Trump came back, he had to axe the grind. I can't even lie, his orange ass ain't waste no time. And if one thing's for sure, two things were certain. If I could show you better than I could tell your ass was a person. Man, this fool did not come to play. Like how you changed 30,000 laws in under 30 days. And the Philly Eagles was the team to beat. Meanwhile, Ice out here icing, taking people off the street, telling people self-deport for that little bit of dough. It's all fun and games till they get somebody you know. And bro, K-Dot acted up at the Super Bowl while K-pop demon hunters was taking over the globe. The way Coldplay did that couple was cold. Got their ass out of here. That shit felt like Doge. And my anxiety was all over the place. A lot of dummies on Earth and some women in space. Beyonce got her Grammy. Salute for that. I got a question though. What y'all do with all the boots and hats? And that big beautiful bill got passed by your mans. And no, I don't think we need another line dance. I guess whatever works. Don't ask me where them fans at, cause you and them fans need to be back in church. All I heard was AI this and AI that. Like Skillz, how you feel about where AI's at? We had AI singers making AI tracks. And Timberland, you my mans, but you gotta relax. We should talk, I agree. Yeah, AI helps, but AI can't do what I do better than me. So I'ma say this. For years we've been real people out here having to deal with fake ish. Travis and Taylor Swift finally aligned. They took TikTok away and y'all lost your minds. Man, that app won't go in. Nope. They just needed y'all to think that it would so they can control it. And now we see why. Oh, I can't forget y'all boycotting Target over DEI. I can't lie, something broken. Did we really stand on business though? If Target's still open, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt, was everywhere. And Sinners by Ryan Coogler was the movie of the year. The whole joint was crazy. Shout out to the team, cause that juke joint scene was amazing. Lil' Boo Boo Dolls had y'all going berserk. Trump came for Jimmy Kimmel, but that ain't work. The country folded like Kalani, and that had me tight. The government shut down like y'all be alright. Republicans and Democrats was throwing blame. People out here working, not knowing when they gonna get paid. SNAP benefits gone, the workforce was screwed. Went from working full time to standing on line for food. Them young thug phone calls was straight up wild, but nothing held y'all attention like the Diddy trial. We heard all the tea and all the dirt. Standing outside a courtroom with baby oil, that's nasty work. Puff got 4 years and he was shocked about it. 50 Cent too petty, he made a doc about it. Cardi B came back, we got an American vote. And if you out here floating coke, they gon' bomb your boat. Cynthia and Ariana, y'all alright? They shot that boy Charlie Kirk in broad daylight. Man, the whole year was wild. Eggs was $8, bro. I wouldn't worry about no Epstein files. 6'7" was the word to say. Them boys ran up in the Louvre like nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Nicki Minaj started acting funny. Can't forget MAGA got pissed at Bad Bunny. Real talk, I could've did this in June, cause by the summertime we was all feeling like drunk raccoons. And before I turn the page, of course, I gotta give a rest in peace to everybody we lost. Hey yo, D, what's up? But before I go, rest in peace, Angie Stone. And can't forget my bro, the one and only D'Angelo.
So yeah, that was it. That was the wrap up.
That's the wrap up. For some of y'all, it's your first one. For us, it's like our 15th. Probably.
Yeah, right.
I don't
know.
I feel like we've
so
been.
yeah. If you were looking for him, his name is Mad Skillz. MAD space SKILLZ.
Yep. And he always does the wrap up, and it's always on point and amazing.
Yeah.
Always. So on that note, are we done? Is there anything else that you can think of, Sestra?
No, there's nothing else that I can possibly think of. I think that's it. Yeah, we went a little bit over, but I just wanted to go over a couple of different.
No, I think
different things.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that you did cover that, because that was a perfect thing to do, and that was going to be my next topic anyway.
Okay. That's what I figured.
Have enough time.
That's what
so
I figured.
we covered it together. So, all right, excellent. Well, thank you all for listening to episode 201 of Sestra-Tainment. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you again next time. Hopefully you're having a great new year so far. Bye.